Imagine this, you're put in charge of Alton Towers Scarefest and you have the ability to create the world's best theme park scare event. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Well, that's the question that we're going to ask today as we look at fixing Alton Towers Scarefest. It's safe to say that this year's Alton Towers Scarefest has well and truly divided opinions. But let's get this straight. Whichever side of the fence that you sit on, your opinion is not wrong. So, whether you thought that this year was the best event that Alton Towers has ever done, that was the best event ever! As if you've not been told what to say. Or whether you just plain didn't like it. That was a load of bollocks. You're so negative. You're just trying to be edgy. It doesn't mean that your opinion is incorrect. Let's just take a minute to normalise allowing people their own opinions without taking it personally. And in my personal opinion, Alton Towers Scarefest was just not good. Don't get me wrong, there were some good bits about it, but as an overall adult experience, it just didn't hit the mark. Some things need addressing to turn this into the event we all know it could be, and the event that it was way back in the mid-2010s. The first thing that needs addressing is the pricing model. When a family of four can expect to pay nearly £500 for a day out at Scarefest, then you better make sure that the experience blows you away. If it's anything short of the perfect experience, then it's not value for money. Those prices need to come down. Another thing to look at is the demographic that Alton Towers are aiming for. Currently, with Scarefest 2024, it doesn't seem to know whether it's aiming at small children or adult scare enthusiasts. In our personal opinion, you either need to choose one or the other, or split the event in half, having a children's event during the day and an adults only event after 5 o'clock in the evening. That way the focus can be on the specific demographic, whether it be kids or adults, at the time of the day specified. What we do need to see is a massive increase in theming. There's no doubt in anyone's mind that Tower Street looks absolutely phenomenal. From front to back, it's an astounding piece of Halloween theming. And the new Spooky 2 hearse that's there is just proof that Alton Towers can get things right. The major problem comes is as soon as you step off Tower Street, it's no longer Halloween. Where did all the decorations go? Spend a little bit of money on some more theming, get some nice lighting down the pathways, some fog machines, some smoke machines, and some wandering scare actors interacting with the crowd, just to make sure that the atmosphere spreads beyond Tower Street. Food and drink needs to be substantially improved around the park, and this isn't just at Scarefest, this is all year round. But at a scare event, at one of your premier events of the year, we'd like to see a whole range of inventive themed food that fits along with your event. And that doesn't mean selling a vampire burger at £20. Jesus, I'm just going to have to sell my kid to get a meal. And then on to the mazes. You already have Compound, which, although divisive, we thoroughly enjoyed this year, and it's a great starting point for mazes going forward at Alton Towers. Alton Towers have a whole range of IPs that lend themselves perfectly to a scare event. They've already used Compound down by Forbidden Valley, but let's put another scare maze down in the X sector. The Ministry of Joy, the Smiler, Marmalisation, that crazy asylum themed vibe that it's got going on lends itself perfectly to a scare maze. Build a scare maze down there in one of the purpose-built shipping containers like Compound, get some wandering scare actors wandering around the X sector, leading people into the maze, and you have a second fantastically themed scare maze. Scare maze number 3, you've got a purpose-built building already built down by the Dark Forest, and the Dark Forest It's just that it's dark. It already has the perfect IP and the perfect kind of vibe to go into one of these scare mazes. So, extend the lore of the Dark Forest, create some new characters based around the Dark Forest, and create that maze there to go with it. Get your Wandering Scare actors out in the Dark Forest again, and boom, you have a third perfectly themed scare maze for Scarefest. And then, scare maze number 4. The fourth and final scare maze of the evening. Now, Compound has already taken up its location next to the Curse of Alton Manor. However, the attic has been there for long enough, and therefore it's time for that to go.
Bye.
If the attic goes, then that leaves one spooky ass building, the old ruins of Alton Towers, which would be perfect to have an Emily Alton maze built into it. Take the theming, take the lore, add to it, further the story of Emily Alton and her parents, and move it into the towers, and you would have this paranormal poltergeist style maze, which would be the perfect addition to Scarefest. So that is just a couple of things that I feel would make Scarefest 2025 and onwards the event that we all know it could be. Extend some theming past Tower Street and build the atmosphere up in the park. Bring in the in-house IP scare mazes dotted in each of your areas throughout the park. Have some Wandering Scare actors just in the local area of those mazes, and again you've got these fresh, brilliant new mazes to bring people into the park. Make sure the batching's good in there, make sure there's plenty of actors, and then range them from mild all the way through to extreme and intense to bring in those adult scare enthusiasts. And then sort out themed food and themed drink around the park without overpricing it, and then pricing as a whole just needs to come down, or for what you're paying, the experience needs to go up and what you get for your money needs to go up. Now, if you've liked this video, by all means, smash the like button, let me know that you've liked it. If you agree or disagree with any of my comments on Scarefest, or if you have your own ideas about what could improve Scarefest for 2025 and beyond, then by all means comment down below. But as mentioned at the start of this video, please keep it respectful. These are my opinions and there's no need to get your knickers in a twist about them. Just like if you absolutely loved Scarefest, then I feel great for you. It doesn't need to turn into some personal slanging match just because we all have different opinions. So please let me know yours in the comments down below. And if you like this video, then by all means smash the subscribe button. Go back and watch all of the scare events that we've done this season, and stay tuned for everything that we're going to do for Halloween and beyond into Christmas and for the 2025 season. And with that being said, we'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye.